Oh, shoot, we're live. Hey, guys, how's it going? Give me 1 second. There we go. Hey, guys, how's it going? I'm Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays. Welcome to Morning Wood. We had a good day yesterday. We did well on building our teaser. I'll wait for some of y'all to kind of load in here before we get going on all of that. I just want to get myself set up because we're going to talk a little Big South today. And there they are. Okay. So I was looking at a couple of them. Oakland, Purdue, Fort Wayne, Robert Morris and Wright State, Charleston Southern at Campbell. Okay, so let's start with Oakland and Purdue, Fort Wayne. Right. So one thing I noticed just right out of the gate with the Oakland stats is that Jessica, I thought of you during the Ottawa game last week. I knew you were on them. Hey, Steve, how's it going? That was a rough one, girl. That was a rough one. Hey, Ron, Steve, I'm glad you got to catch us live. We did have a really good, okay, I'm with you on Wright State over. Hold on, we got to start these going. So what we've been doing, if you're just joining us, we've kind of been, I've got my picks. Yesterday, my picks were not that good. You guys know I haven't been feeling well kind of all week. Nothing has changed there, but we built a board of teasers, and out of all of them, we only missed Arizona, the Dicks. But you guys were really high on Weber, Houston, and Rutgers, and those all cashed. So that was rocking and rolling. Okay, let's go. I'm just going to jot a couple of these down. Yeah, Wright's moved. They're not over 144 anymore. I have them at 147. And Wright's, he's love to be hated, says they moved to a 165.5. Right over, you're like in North Texas, -7. I always love Richmond. -1. Coastal. Okay, so we'll see what else pops into here that I just think about. Okay, so we'll start with Wright because that's what we've been dealing with. The thing I worry about going over in this game, honestly, the Wright State total average comes out to a 149. All right, that's how they roll. 3 of their last 4, and let's double check what this number is exactly before we get going on it. My problem with that going over is Robert Morris, and they are a tough little team. They played into 2 overtimes in their last 5 games. But they don't put up that many points, guys. The book stat says they put up 73 and give up 76. But over the last 5 games, they're putting up 64 and giving up 67. So to me, that does not scream over. It was my first reaction when I saw it, though. I was like, oh, that's an over game. But then the more I kind of dicked around with it, I wasn't quite sure. The book stat also says that Wright State is scoring 82 a game. They're scoring 87. It says that their defense gives up 65. It's only 61. That's in their last 5 games. So Wright State has really improved off of those book stats since in the last 5 games, whereas Robert Morris has really declined in their book stats. So yeah. It was my first instinct was over, but I think that's more of an underplay. Why can't I find you? I'm so frustrated with you. You know what? I have it right. But that's a different stat. I don't always trust my ESPN numbers and whatnot. Why can't I find this? What's wrong? I still don't feel good, guys. I'm sorry. I'm still here. We go. Okay, we're at 146.5. I had 147 was my number. Like 146.5 is just so right on it. Call it 147. Like I said, Wright's doing 149s, and they're playing, teams like IUPUI where it's 100 to 72, 95 to 65. So maybe that's more the angle. Fuck, I don't know. Let's go back to this. Can we go back to this? Let me pop back in chat here and see what you guys are saying. Yeah, Bo, I was kind of looking at Youngstown a little bit. What's happening, Kurt? What's happening, Elliot? Youngstown. Okay. So, yeah, if we're going to play the Wright State game, I like it just taking Wright State as a teaser. That was kind of my angle going with that. And if we did tease that total to an over, then would be at 150, or 140. So there's that. A lot of you are saying Northern Colorado today. Everyone's on this Northern Colorado. All right. Iowa plus 10.5 isn't a bad go. Monmouth, Buffalo on the money line could be a nice double. I like Buffalo in that spot. I'm a little wary of Ohio, though, because, like, Ohio can T Mercy Titans plus the spread. Okay, let me pop some of these up. I need a better pace. You hit me hard, just right out the gate. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Wright could put up 90, but the Robert Morris defense, I mean, they're keeping guys at 67 in the last 5 games. They were playing Northern Kentucky and UIC, so I get that too. That it's just kind of wonky for me. I think the stronger play on Wright is minus 13.5. I think is fine, but if we stick that into our teaser, I'm going to square that one off. If we stick that into our teaser, I think that's going to be a good one. CS Northridge. Let's look at Northern Colorado. There's a lot of you bumping on that one. And Buffalo going over. That could be the play there because Ohio is not a bad team. I mean, Buffalo -2 at home is telling you that Ohio is not a bad team. We've seen some pretty big Ohio spreads. I could dig teasing Buffalo into a favorite, though, and getting +4 with Buffalo at home. That game is going to start, isn't it? It's next on the list. I don't know what time it actually starts. Makes me nauseous scrolling. I suck at this today. I suck at scrolling through. There's a lot of games going on. Okay, I missed it. We'll hit on it though later. Okay, so let's talk Oakland at Purdue Fort Wayne. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? That for me, so I've got, what do I got going on? Oakland is another one who their book stats have totally shifted in the last 5 games. So the book says they're scoring 72 and giving up 83. So that looks like they're super underwater, but really in the last 5 games, they're scoring 80 and giving up 78. Purdue Fort Wayne, kind of the same thing going on. Book says score 77. They're actually doing 80, but book says you are on time, Laterica. I appreciate that. I like Wright State the second game. They come out flat usually in those back-to-backs. Against Cleveland, IUPUI. I could see that. I still don't think Robert Morris gets within like 5 of them, though. I just don't think they have the firepower, the shooting power to do it. But I could agree with that. In their first one against Cleveland, they lost it by 2. Did I write that correctly? I'm like, did they lose? I don't think they did. I'm in the wrong goddamn conference. Gosh dang. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm cranky. I'm in the wrong conference in my phone. Here we go. Horizon. Purdue Fort Wayne is new to the conference, got blown out in the last games. I know that. I do know that, which is why I was bringing up that Oakland is not as bad as they look. Yeah, they did lose to Cleveland by 2 in the first one. 70, 80, 90, 30. No, Cleveland's a good team, though. Robert Morris is not a good team. But I get what you're saying, that they're stronger in their second games than they are in their first. Okay. Corey's smelling money today. Okay, so good point on that. Yeah, Oakland's been playing a lot better. So I like the idea of teasing Oakland in there. Oakland. And it would be their +1, so we get +7 out of them. I could see that going down. I like the feeling of that, but I'm not sold on it yet. We're going to talk these out. Teaser is good. I'm taking a straight pick. Well, we've just been doing our teaser thing. Oh, I love North Dakota State. You know, I do. We'll look at them too. And I always love South Dakota State. So I know we missed it by one team yesterday. Here's our board. I kept track. We hit this teaser and this teaser, but we did not hit that teaser. But again, you guys cashed on Weber and Houston and Rutgers if you were on them. So rock and roll. Hey, Alfredo. Jessica did a teaser, Buffalo over, Green Bay points and Cavs under. Excellent work. Did it cash? Oh, I don't know if it was excellent work. South Dakota State was playing today. They've been blowing people out, and they best some good teams. Yeah, remember on the very first, well, you probably don't because no one watched me back then, but my very first free pick video ever was taking South Dakota State over North Dakota State. So I do really like them. Alfredo likes St. Louis. Is that St. Louis you're talking about in college basketball for sure? I'm not so sure about that one. I like Richmond a lot. And that's kind of where I'm at on it. Yeah, Purdue Fort Wayne moved to a pick from -2.5 to a pick. So I'm going to put a square around Oakland. Sucks, can't play. Rutgers, Seton Hall. Live in Jersey? That's a bummer. That is a bummer. It's today. Okay, I got you. Okay, so then she's liking that Buffalo over. There's another one that we're talking about, Buffalo overs. She likes Green Bay. We'll throw you on there. And the Cavs. I don't NBA, so I'm just gonna move on. Don't take St. Louis. They've had some issues. That's like their deal. And they're playing against Richmond, who I really, really like. Is South Dakota State postponed? Let's check it out. Is that them right there? North Dakota State is -3 against Kansas City. They're good at covering on the road. They're just not good at winning on the road. South Dakota is still live as far as that's just regular South Dakota, not the state. Radford is postponed, though. Portland State and High Point are postponed. Xavier, Lipscomb, Western Kentucky. And Campbell's postponed. Oh, no, Campbell's back. They're just playing somebody else. They're playing Charleston Southern. Ooh, I like Campbell there. I like Campbell a lot in that spot. Charleston Southern, like, I want to believe in you, but I don't. I don't. When you're like in the last 5 games, they're scoring 62 and they're giving up 79, but they have played some tough competition. I mean, they did 2 Gardner-Webb, 2 Asheville's, and a Radford. Campbell played Radford twice, went into 3 overtimes on the first game, 2 Presbyts and a Longwood. So Charleston Southern's definitely had a tougher schedule. I was kind of looking at that game to roll over. What do you guys think? What are we doing? You like Campbell too? What about the Rice game at 2? A lot of people were saying Northern Texas, -3. Here's one right here. Skins fan forever. How do you deal with that, Skins fan forever? Are you football team fan forever? Like now that you're not Skins anymore, like Wash fan forever? Just wondering. I'm not making fun. I'm just wondering. So North Texas -3 first half. Texas State money line. I'm stuck. Blackhawks money line is what I'm doing today. All right. So let's pop a Texas State money line in there. Yeah, Fresno killed me last night too, Renata. This is how not good I felt, how crappy I feel. Colorado, I love Colorado State. I do. Is that I made a parlay last night instead of a teaser because I just didn't feel so good. I accidentally made a parlay. So not only did I lose Fresno, but I lost Arizona -9 instead of the -2 that you all got. Rice is without 2 of their top players. So yeah, it's looking like North Texas would be our play on that one. COVID issues in St. Louis. That's the deal. A lot of y'all are on the Blackhawks. Kurt's on the Blackhawks. Maybe Kurt won Total Chaos NHL. I hope you guys all watched it. Elliot's on the Blackhawks. Alfredo likes KC in the NFL. I love Grand Canyon. They messed me up. The last time I bet on them, they didn't cover. And then, of course, they covered the next game. And Gardner Webb, I've got him right here, actually. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I gotta switch it back up. Let's go back to the Big South. I do. I hate parlay. I never parlay. You guys know that. That's the like solid golden rule in my world is not to parlay. And yeah, I screwed the pooch. I screwed the pooch. Gardner Webb. I mean, I've liked Gardner Webb all season. I've cashed on him quite a few times. And High Point is just one of those teams that, like, you think, oh, maybe this is where they'll pull it together. No, they're not going to. They are not going to. Yeah, if Kurt's on the Blackhawks, Laterica's on him too. You're liking Monmouth. All right, I've seen them pop up a few times. I'm just going to take notes on what all you guys like, and then oh, frickin' Arizona. They kiss my butt. And, you know, the reason we took that bet was because we were thinking, you know, Stanford's got 3 guys out. They're traveling to Arizona. Arizona's been playing well. Didn't really seem to matter. If the 3 guys weren't out, that would have been a Stanford play. Stanford's definitely the better team. And they definitely showed it last night. They don't need their dudes. How do we hedge against Brady? Tonight on the live cap, 6 p.m. Eastern, me, Nick Parsons, and Dan Kaiser will get together, and we're just doing player props. That's all we're going to talk about the entire time is player props. So maybe that's how. Let's go Blackhawks. You know, Tim Michael, I did a free pick video with him last night, and he was on the Blackhawks as well. He's in the top 5 on the leaderboard at picksandparlays.net. So should we throw a hockey into our college basketball? Or are we going to do that's it's unheard of, but everybody seems to be very on them. So I'll write them on down. Yeah, it was a good pick. Sometimes you just lose them. God, I got to tell you guys, so funny. So I lost 4 other bets last night. 4 other bets last night, and they were all to my kid. We were betting on BattleBots. Like he doesn't really like sports. Well, he likes to play, but he doesn't watch them. And he and I were betting $1 a game on BattleBots, and he loses 2, he loses another one, and he goes double or nothing. It's Tombstone. And I'm like, whoa. And then he cashed it. So little dude's up $6 on me right now, that little monkey. But yeah. So, but it's funny because he's learning how to handicap, and that kind of comes down to the Stanford game, right? He's like, well, this guy only has 1 weapon and he can spin around, and this guy has this. So, you know, it's critical thinking. It's just critical thinking. And sometimes you make the right bet, it just doesn't go the right way. And sometimes you make the wrong bet and it does go the right way. So it is what it is, you know? I'm going to pop that up here because it's a lot. Alternative first quarter team totals: Wizards over 26.5 first quarter at -150. Wizards haven't scored less than 27 first quarter points at home yet this season. Thank you, Sainted Breeze. So yeah, if you guys are into NBA, I'm just going to jot that down because we can't tease that. 26.5 first quarter. -150. That's a little too much juice for me. When it comes to juice, 140 is my number. Like 150 is too high for me, but it doesn't mean it's too high for y'all. It's not like a mistake. It's just like my personal betting like ideas, you know, how I roll with it. Yeah, he's totally following in my footsteps. Yeah, dude, I don't know what the F I was thinking with Wyoming. I didn't bet on it, honestly. Again, I only made 2 made a teaser in a parlay and on accident. I still don't feel good. So, yeah, SDSU. Wow, did they show up? That was one heck of a game there. Winning money likes Iowa big. Here's the thing with Iowa, though. Let's talk about this. Why are they getting points? Like, I feel like I'm being trapped or I'm being tricked, like Iowa getting points. I think also I've lost a lot of money on Illinois this year because I really freaking like that team, but they are just, I know. Sorry, I told you that I don't feel good. So I didn't do a ton of handicapping today just because you guys had better plays than I did yesterday. And so that's where I was at on that. I can admit when I'm wrong. We're all going to be wrong. It happens. Gotten at least 1 point in 4 straight games, and they're undefeated at home. This would be the Blackhawks that we're talking about. I was losing my crap over that Blackhawks game. Oh, that was so exciting. Who'd they play? The Predators, the Nashvilles, I think. And I had a really good time watching hockey all by myself, so I'm growing. Okay. Yeah, freaking A. Maybe I just need to stay out of the Mountain West. Yeah, that's what everyone's saying is that Cockburn, who plays on Illinois, he's a 7-footer. He's a beast, and he's going to be able to shut down Luka Garza. So, I mean, I get that, but I just feel like, is Youngstown beating Detroit today? It's a little trappy. I don't know, but I do like the idea of teasing Iowa to 10.5. Like at the end of the day, do you think that they're going to win by 10? Do you think Illinois will beat them by 10? I don't necessarily think they will. I don't even really think Illinois beats them, to tell you the truth. But 162 is a good little total. That's pretty high. That's going to be a plus 6.5. I forgot what I'm even looking for. Youngstown and Detroit. Guys, if you have any feelings on Youngstown State and Detroit, pop them into the chat. Let's see if we can make some money. I can't find it, of course. That UNC Asheville game, we got that one over. There was a minute there I didn't think that it would happen. Okay, so Detroit Mercy. I've liked Detroit Mercy a lot, but I've liked Youngstown State a lot too this season. Let me get their Horizon, right? Yeah, their Horizon. Let me see what you guys are saying. Illinois doesn't show up in big games. Yeah, see? That's the thing. Kurt says it. Thanks, Joe. I tried. Teasing the Iowa under. Ooh, I like that. I like this a lot. We can get it much lower. Youngstown is at 4. Okay, to cover the points. And then here they are right here. Okay, so Youngstown minus 1.5. Totals 149. It started with Detroit minus a point and flipped. These are two, it seems to me like these are two pretty evenly matched teams. Detroit just went on like a big giant losing streak though, to Oakland and Wright State and UIC. No, Youngstown went on a big old losing streak to Wright State, Oakland, and UIC. And Detroit has kind of been just trucking along. Last 2 were at home or on the road against Oakland. They beat Oakland by 10. They seem very evenly matched. And if the line is moving that way, I might, just to be a little tricky, I might take Detroit and Youngstown on the same teaser. This is part of like my experimental teasing that I've been dealing with. Like I said, I took UNLV plus 13 and Utah State minus 1, and I cashed them both. Detroit Mercy and Youngstown feels like something you could do that with. If you're feeling froggy. So it'd be Youngstown minus 1.5 points would put them at plus 5.5, and then it'd be Detroit plus 7.5. So as long as that game stayed close, we would cash it both ways. Am I crazy? What do you guys think about that? South Dakota State isn't up on DraftKings. Yeah, I wasn't seeing them in my thing. 3-team parlay today. I'm off of St. Louis right now. They've got COVID issues. We talked about them 2-3 days ago when they played Dayton, remember? And we all cashed on Dayton that day because we laid off. Mammoth and Buffalo. Buffalo to me seems like that same kind of, you could bet it both ways on the same ticket and get it. Middling. Yeah, it's called middling. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Experimental teasing on morning wood. That's how we do it here. Yeah, see, David's with me on this one too. I did Buffalo. Don't get me wrong, but Ohio, don't count them out. They're a good little team. So maybe I'll do that same thing with them. You can do it or not do it. Ohio. It'd be Buffalo +4, and then Ohio. What are they getting? 2, so +8. We'll think about it. This is part of the process, right? What are my feelings on IUPUI? Indiana University, Purdue University at Indiana. They're playing Milwaukee. I like Milwaukee. I'm just going to be real straight with you about that. They're one of my, I always like them kind of teams. IUPUI has been pretty cruddy at home. 1-4 at home, 2-3 against the spread. Milwaukee 4-3 on the road, 5-2 against the spread. And that line is going in the Milwaukee direction. They were laying 2.5. Now they're laying 4. I'm fine with that 4 with Milwaukee. Let me just check some numbers. Yeah, IUPUI has gives up 76 compared to Milwaukee's 70, and IUPUI scores 65 compared to their 72. Milwaukee did have a little bumpy run with Purdue, Fort Wayne, and Cleveland State. IUPUI beat, and I remember that I cashed on them, Northern Kentucky, and then they just got their shop wrecked by Wright State. That could honestly be what's affecting that defensive number for them, though. But I would roll Milwaukee there. It's just kind of how I do. I like Milwaukee. I do like IUPUI. I just don't like them that much this season. So there's that. Oh, here's CSU Northridge is laying 5.5 on the road to Cal Poly. It's going the Northridge way. It started at 3.5. Now it's at 5.5. Yeah, I like Ohio. I gotta tell you, I like Ohio over Buffalo. I'm in it. Oh, Liberty's around. What are you doing, Liberty? Jacksonville? Oh, really? So Jacksonville's 6-2 at home. Liberty's 2-3 on the road, and Jacksonville is getting 10.5 at home. What's their situation? I would love to get 16.5 with the freaking home team. You're Atlantic Sun Conference, I believe. I believe in a thing called love. 12-5, 9-7. That seems like a whole ton of points, man, doesn't it? Is it me? What don't I know? Liberty's defense. We went through this with Liberty. I remember fading them because their defense wasn't actually that good based on their strength of schedule. I didn't feel like their defense was as good. And then it was Liberty Stetson, wasn't it? And we cashed on Stetson. That's what we did. And then the second Stetson game, we did not cash on it. Who's UNA? I don't know. I'm going to jot that down because it popped out. See, sometimes when you're looking at, I don't want to handicap every single game. You kind of want to scroll through and see what pops out at you. And your Northern Alabama, overtime, Jacksonville, Kennesaw. All right. It's on our paper. We're thinking about it. We are thinking about it. Okay. Cal Santa Barbara, -7. Wow, the Liberty line's at 11.5 on your books. Yeah, Liberty is garbage first game of back-to-backs. Okay, so you're with me here. All right, it's on the paper. That's a lot of points. 18.5 points at home. That's not bad. Tony says here for my Youngstown State people, Youngstown State's 7-1 against the spread at home. Detroit's 5-1 against the spread in their last 7 road games. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. I saw, what did I see up there? Yeah, a lot of people are on either Boise getting the split. Look, my whole cap on that game was that Boise has not seen a team as good as Colorado State. Do I think it's a lot closer? Yes, absolutely, I do. Boise is still a really, really good team. Their strength lies more, I think, in their defense, whereas Colorado's strength lies a lot more in their offense. They're very good three-point shooters, and Boise just got off that stretch of playing like everyone who was crap in the Mountain West, right? They played Air Force and San Jacinto State, because I'm from Texas, so that's what that is. San Jose State, and someone else in there who was real bad. No South Dakota State game. It's not up. We're not happy. We got another Northern Colorado guy. All right. I'm still going to lean on the side. I'm going to stay off of the Boise and Colorado State game is what I'm going to do. Because now Boise has seen Colorado State. So usually those games are closer and they're usually more high scoring. But I feel like if Boise wants a shot to beat Colorado State, their defense is going to have to shut them down. So I personally am going to stay off of that. But if I was going to play it, I would play Colorado State and I'd play it over again. That's probably what I would do. Jacksonville, 21-3 against the spread in their last 29 home games versus a team with a losing record. Well, Liberty doesn't that's against Liberty though, right? Isn't it? Because Liberty doesn't have a losing record. Do they? No, they're 12-5. I don't know. I mean, it's just where I'm at on that. We don't have to put it in our thing. I'm just taking notes on what everyone kind of seems to be feeling, tallying up what you guys like. I'll use what I know to try to build them up and talk you into or off of things. So Green Bay is at Cleveland State. I know that was on, I think, Jessica's parlay. I can't Green Bay on the road. They hurt my feelings on the road. They're 5-3-1 against the spread on the road. Cleveland State is 4-1-1 against the spread at home. I've liked Cleveland State a lot this season. So that might just be one I have to stay off of. Do you guys in the chat have any feelings about that one? Brian likes Ohio and Buffalo over. Okay, that seems to be popular. If you're going to play Jacksonville Liberty, I would take the under. Okay. Make a note of that. Robert, we're not doing St. Louis money line. Edwin, we're not doing it. We're going the Richmond way. St. Louis has a bunch of COVID issues. I don't know. We have had a lot of St. Louis's in here. Am I crazy? But from what we talked about 2 days ago on the show, they have a lot of COVID issues. They were laying 9 against the Dayton Flyers, and we went the other direction, and we were right there. They do have some really good players, and they are a good little team, but they've just got issues going on right now. So sometimes that happens. App State and Troy over 131. Let's peek at that. I can't find it. Oh, North Dakota. We did that one. Oh, the Monroes are playing. I do love the Monroes. Maybe not against Little Rock, though. I can't find it. That over in Buffalo and Ohio is 160.5. Okay. Now I've forgotten what I'm looking for. App State and Troy. There it is right there. Okay, perfect. See, I knew. I just didn't know. Okay, so we've got App at -4 on the road, 3-3 on the road, 3-2-1 against the spread. Troy's 3-0 at home, 1-0 at home against the spread. They're getting 4 at home, and the total's 131.5. I've been an App fan for a long time. I know I always talk about being a fan. It's so many handicappers are like, you shouldn't have teams that you like. I have tons of teams that I like, and I have tons of teams that I don't freaking like. And I like sports. I want to watch sports with a little bit of money on them, like an adult. So, you know, I just know to stay off of, I tell you guys all the time, I don't bet Duke. I don't bet University of Houston. I don't bet on ASU, although they did a good job last night. They won last night. But it's just, you know, like I would rather my team win the game. I don't need my team to lose and I lose money or some crap like that. So St. Louis is back healthy. They haven't played since December 23rd. They were rusty. So now Robert's saying that they're back and they're in the biz now. Okay, so maybe, okay, I didn't have them in our thing anyway. So we don't have to deal with that. Oh, yes, I did, because it's Richmond, but I love Richmond. How can you tell me to stay off of Richmond? I love them. See, this is what I mean. I love things, right? 1.5. We'll talk about it. We're just making notes right now. Y'all are asking me about North Dakota. Let me find them. I do still like Cleveland State. I really do. Do I have them on here? -3 would be plus, what, like 2.5, 3 something? I don't know. It's not enough value on it. Okay, so we start making our board. Okay, South Dakota, I definitely like over Omaha. Every time I write down Omaha, it's because they've gotten blown out by somebody. So South Dak would be -2.5 at home. I don't see any like big upset coming out of Nebraska Omaha today. Old Tarleton. Here's North Dakota against Western Illinois. That one I actually do need to look at because I kind of remember something. About something. They're the Summit. Okay, the Summit is, here's North Dakota State too. We can talk about that one real quick also. So North Dakota is -4.5. The total's 140.5. Both teams do not have good offenses and both have bad defenses is what's going on here. Western Illinois has lost 7 in a row. North Dakota has lost 2 in a row. This is like a shit show of a game is what this is. I mean, I would think it would go like under if it was doing anything, but maybe it's that game where it goes over because now they're more equally matched and defenses aren't going to matter as much, so they score a bunch. What are they losing by? Seems like Western Illinois keeps it closer. With South Dakota, they lost by 5 in the first game and 10 in the second. They did get blown out by South Dakota State, but that's what that's what the Jackrabbits do, okay? That's their bread and butter. They're going to blow you out. Remember, their coach is UNLV's coach now. Their old coach is UNLV's coach now. And I used to love them. Okay, so North Dakota lost by 11 to South Dakota State in the second game. Got blown out the first. Got blown out the first against them. Went to overtime in the second. That's just tough. I don't know. I would probably take points with Western Illinois and tease it into a 10.5 maybe. If I had to play it, that's maybe the way I would do it. The line is moving to the over, 139.5 to 140.5. So the line is saying that'll go over. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Here's South Dakota, who is not South Dakota State. Oh, wait, we talked about that. That's Omaha. I like South Dakota there. And we did say State is canceled. Yeah, they are. Oh, because they were playing Denver. That's why y'all are all so high on them. What? South Dakota State? What? That's easy money right there. But I feel like it's kind of easy money with South Dakota at Omaha as well. Yeah, the only thing I know about Omaha is when I write them down, I'm like, God, that team's never very good, are they? So there's that. All right, we got another North Texas coming in. Okay, so let's start building. Wait, let me pop you up here. App State, 3-1 on the road. Troy is 1-0 at home. App last 10 games, 7-3 against the spread, 6-2-1. Troy in the last 10 games, 4-6, 5-3 against the spread. St. Louis got postponed. All right. I think that's a good thing. Okay. We were all kind of on the fence about that one anyway. GameStop and the Jazz. Another North Texas. Monmouth, Charlotte. I've seen a lot of Monmouths today. They're on the list. North Texas is on the list. Dallas, Utah over 222. How do we feel about that? I know I like the Jazz. I definitely know I like the Jazz there. Knock your boots. My boots. UC Irvine to cover Hawaii. Only degenerates bet the Hawaii game. Okay. That's from a movie. I think it's 2 for the money. Kurt always talks about it. UC Irvine 1-3 on the road, 2-2 against the spread. Hawaii has been really bad, but that is where's Hawaii playing? Are they playing still in Hawaii? They can't be shipping teams over to Hawaii to play them, can they? Doesn't seem like it makes sense. I mean, they could be, I guess. I feel like I should know this by now. They're the Big West. I'll tell you right now. I don't know about Irvine or Hawaii. I don't have a good feeling about them. It is in Honolulu. That's real stuff. All right. All right, then. Oh, my God. Did you guys disappear? Okay, there you are. Holy crap. I lost my little tab. I thought it was over. Robert likes the over in the Jazz. KD is out, FYI. I like the Nuggets, too. I mean, Jazz are number 1. Nuggets are number 2 in the whole wide league. Everyone seems to be on North Texas. I'm going to stick them in the teaser. I do need some points, though. Okay, I need some numbers. Degenerates can. They can ship any team if the money is right. Yep. Focus sports like Cal Bakersfield. I got to get back in my deal here. This needs to go away. Okay. I'm so afraid I'm going to close you guys down because I'm opening something else up. Old Carver Bible College. Don't get it on. Okay, so Monmouth, we've got -4. I need to know, so because we're about to build this thing. Texas State we liked, yeah, on the money line. They're also -4. 2-1 on the road, 1-2, 3-1. Texas State. Okay. We liked. I'm looking for Cal Bakersfield too while we're doing this. I liked Milwaukee, but they're not on our list at IUPUI. St. Louis. I still have St. Louis up on the board. CSU Northridge, you guys all liked. Is Cal Poly, though? Is that our best bet that we could make? Is that our best bet? What don't I know about CSU Northridge? Why don't I have a good feeling about it? Okay, then Ohio at Buffalo's 160.5, and it's Buffalo -2, so that would put us at a +4. We did like the Liberty under. 129.5. That's a decent tease. It'll give us 6 more on that. Here's Santa Barbara at UC Davis, laying 7.5 on the road. UC Davis just hasn't really played. They've only played 6 games this season. Santa Barbara is 10-3, 3-3 on the road, 3-3 against the spread. Davis is 1-0 at home. I don't know. You didn't know about this one. Okay, so let's start building because I've got too many going on right now. Let me take these down. Your Silky Man says Boise bounces back today. Focus says I like the Wright State money line. I think they win by, but not by 13.5. Yeah, we're going to tease them right on down. Wright State money line is not, there can't be any value in there unless you parlay them with 1,000 other things. Right. It can't be. Huh?
Are you done? Okay.
No, I'm not done. I'm literally, you think I just sit here to do this for fun, you silly goose? I told him that you crushed me in battle bots.
Yes,
All right, let's look at Niagara. -146. Yeah, I guess parlays are okay if you do too many. If you don't do too many. Kurt's a big parlayer. Kurt loves his parlays. I like I said, I started out with like a handicapping guru for 2.5 years, and it was just like one of those things that was drilled into my head was if you're hitting 3 out of 4 on your parlays, why aren't you just straight betting and then you're a winning player instead of losing? And so it just is one of those things. And there are times where I'll parlay like 2 money line dogs that I really like. So I'm not saying it's like a never, but it's super situational for me. Yeah, Jared does 3 or 4 teams. Yeah, Santa Barbara looks like they would win that game against UC Davis. I just don't know enough about them to like really give you my opinion, but Focus Sports is sharp. So if you guys are looking at that game, Santa Barbara is the side that he is on. Kurt's got all the ladies talking to him in the chat. What was I trying to do? Horizon, Wright State. I just want to know what their money line is. It's -1,100. So you have to lay $1,100 to win $100. That's what that means. So you would have to stick it into a parlay. If you wanted any value, you're going to end up owing the book money. Tees, North Texas, and Monmouth. Okay, I've got them both on my thing. Okay, so here we go. The whiteboard is coming back out. All right, I'm going to show it to you guys one more time. If you're joining late, we did really well on our teaser yesterday. And then these were just 3 that I know you guys were all on. So I wanted to give you props because if you did put those in your deal, then you cashed them. So excellent work. Oh. Okay, let's erase the whiteboard and we're going to build some more. All right. I love the whiteboard. It's like the best thing that ever happened to my show. It's the best damn thing that ever happened to us. All right, I want to use the green marker to write the picks because green is money. And that's what we're going to do. Iowa money line, Colorado State money line are Jared's best 2 plays. I can't say I'm opposed to either one of those. I think those are both strong plays. But like I said, I think the Iowa game looks a little bit trappy. A little Craig Trappy, if you ask me. What's the line on North Texas? Is it 5? Someone tell me that so I don't have to look it up. Okay, so we're going to start with North Texas. This is going to be too big. Fade all of Mitch Wilson's picks and you'll win every game. Yeah, I'm not a Mitch Wilson fan myself. That's just it. Oh, nice. All right, so here's that. Yeah, guys, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, hit like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. -7 on North Texas. Thank you, Robert. All right, North Texas is -7. So we would tease that to a -1. We all really like Monmouth. And they are -4, so we're going to put them into a +2. Y'all let me know if any of my numbers are wrong. 7.5 with North Texas. So wherever you're going to get it, it might be different. Trappy if you go Illinois, you think? All right. I like Iowa +10.5, right? Because they're 2. What were they, 2 or 4? I think they're 2, which would make them an 8.5. Okay. What else did we dig? Buffalo. Everyone dug Buffalo. Over the 160.5, which would be 154.5, right? We liked Liberty under. 129 would be 120. No, I'm going the wrong way. Going the wrong way. 129 would be 135. Is that right? And a half. So we dig that. I like Oakland plus the 7 also. Anything I'm missing in here? What do we need? Northern Colorado. You guys were all really high on them. Northern Colorado was -5, so that'll put them at a +1. Let's do one more because we can go boop, boop, boop. I don't like Iowa with them. I like these 4 together is what I like. Oak +7 and Northern Colorado +1. I like those 4 all together. North Texas, Monmouth, Oakland, and Northern Colorado. Then we can take our 2 totals together. And then wasn't there another total we kind of dug? I feel like there was. Oh, the under on Iowa, I think, was teasing the under. Did we want to tease the under or tease the over on Iowa? North Dakota State. Aren't they postponed? Didn't we figure out they're postponed or something? Something's going on with them. Maybe not. Here it is. Kansas City -3. Okay. Okay, so then North Dak State is a -3, so that'll make them a +3. And then we said we're going to stay off of Jacksonville, right? That was me who liked it. Texas State. What's the Texas State number at? Can anyone tell me that? Texas State. Everyone kind of liked that one. Okay. And then we liked Wright. That was our other one, right? Down to a 5.5. Let me pop back to you guys. Do we have teasing the under in the Iowa game? So if we wanted to do that, I feel like I have to rewrite this because I have OCD and it's not going to be under. Yeah, I have under on my page. Yeah, because that'll pop us up. Okay. Oh my God. My whole situation just changed. 7.5 is Texas State. I'm guessing that's a minus, so it would bring us to a minus 1.5. Okay, I like those guys together. Okay. It would be okay if he just ignored trolls, stop trying to argue with his team. Okay. Okay, so final answer. Oh my God, I'm afraid because I don't want to lose my thing that I've written. This is going to be 1. So we're going to hold on one sec. Come on, +2. Oak +7. Northern Call +1. Then we've got Buff over 154.5. Liberty under 135.5. Iowa. What's the Iowa number? Texas State's at -3.5. I like that even better. So -3.5 would turn into, if it was -3, it'd be +3, so it'd be +2.5. Is that right? Iowa is going under, what was the number? -3.5, we got them at 2. Still playing at their -3.5. I got them. That doesn't make me love them. North Dakota State. How sure are we about North Dakota State here? Because Jared's saying that they're playing at their 3.5, but he got them at 2. So is it going our right? Is it going for us or against us? Sorry. Sometimes you guys aren't always super clear, and my brain is all over the place. So sometimes I'm thinking of 12 different things at once. I still like that Jacksonville play. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Monmouth is 4. North Texas is the 7. So if there's 7, then they're okay. Well, that's just wherever you get them. Texas State is -4 is what I got. Texas State -4 would put us at +2. So yes on North Dakota State or no? Yes, yays or nays? Okay, so then we've got that. And the Iowa number was 160 something, wasn't it? Here we go, 162. So that would turn into a 163, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I really like Wright, -5.5. Texas State +2. And then yes, we want North Dak +3. Okay. North Dakota State is my consensus pick at my job. The other team has 2 best players out. Trust. Okay. I trust you. You're good, Jared. We've had these talks before. Yeah, the recap for the day. Ask Craig the names of the players. Okay, so I'm going to, let me just rewrite this out so I can give you guys a good whiteboard on it. And we'll build it. Okay, so in 1, North Texas, -1.5 or 1, depending on where you're getting it at. Monmouth is going to be +2. Oakland +7. And Northern Colorado +1. Okay. Then we're also going to do Wright State -5.5 Texas State. Oh, we got another state one. +2. And North Dakota State at +3. That's number 2. Then we're going to go Buff over, Liberty under, and Iowa under. That's a 168, 154.5, and a 135.5. And then just to be a little bit of a degenerate, don't know how nobody likes Youngstown State. It's a lock, is what Jersoki Man says. I promise you said +8.5 Iowa at first. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad bet. I mean, I dig Iowa plus all those points. I have them at 10.5 here, but they were 2, right? So if you guys want to throw, and if you guys are into it, we could pop an Iowa right on in here plus 8.5. I'm not opposed to that at all. I don't think Illinois wins. It'd be good for them if they did, but okay, so what I'm going to do, just like I was saying, feeling a little froggy, just to experiment. I've kind of been doing this and it works for me. I'm going to take that Youngstown game. I'm going to do Detroit +7.5, and I'm going to play Youngstown +5.5. Yes, they're playing each other. And then I'm going to do Buffalo +4 and Ohio +8. Because I think both of those are going to be good games. We were like, we don't call anything a lock. There are no locks. We don't say a lock because, well, you all watch sport. You know why we don't call things a lock. My kid kind of had a breakdown because one of the battle bots he thought was the best ever, the king of kinetic energy, Tombstone, was like a lock. And he shed a tear because it lost to Scorpio. I was on Scorpios, but only because he got to pick first. Oh, okay. Someone's coming in. Okay, so get your phones ready if you guys want to do the screenshot of the whiteboard. This is what we're doing. We're middling here. Okay, let me put that there and hide it. So if you guys want a screenshot, that didn't help at all, did it? This is where we're at. It's such a pinche. I'm an asshole. Okay, here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Did you guys get it? Yeah, there are locks until they get unlocked. Yes, you can do 2 teams playing against each other in the same team. And like I said, it's just something I've kind of been experimenting with. I've hit it twice. I forget who the first one was, but I just did it 2 days ago with the UNLV Colorado State game. So if it is a game that you think is going to be really close, I don't see any reason why you couldn't do it. I have got a little trash talk from Handicapper friends teaching you guys how to tease. If you go with like the old school handicapping way, you know, the Chip Chirimbuses. I even told Chip that I had teased his NFL picks, and he goes, you know, sharp handicappers don't do teasers. And I'm like, well, in 2021 they do, Chip. You know, maybe not in 1932, but like it's part of the new way of betting, right? So I'm not going to teach you how to do parlays. I think you all know how to do that, but it was just kind of something that a lot of people in the chats and on the Facebook group page. And if you guys, we have our Facebook Picks and Parlays page, but there's also a group page. It's called Bet Win Repeat, Picks and Parlays Bet Win Repeat. And everyone's always posting their picks, and they all talk to each other and ask questions. So, you know, if you want to get involved in a group like that, definitely check it out. On lupus, you want my opinion on lupus? Well, try not to get it. If you do, no, I don't know anything about IUPUI is what I would guess there. I'm not into IUPUI in this situation. I do like the team. Let me find him again. I just didn't like him in the spot, I think was what my deal was. still like that Jacksonville plus 18.5, man. I can't against Liberty. I can't get off of that. Oh, and the other thing everybody really liked tonight, which is plus money also, is NHL, the Blackhawks. It seemed like everyone was really, yeah, see, I like Milwaukee. Milwaukee has cashed for me a lot. I know they're a little bit wonky right now, but I'm not into IUPUI. So -4 at Milwaukee. I mean, you could tease that to a +2, and you could tease IUPUI to a plus 10. So there's that. But if I was going to play it, I would play Milwaukee. That's how I would roll on that one. Tell Craig he better not go against Creighton tomorrow on picks and parlays. If he doesn't like Creighton, just stay away, Craig. I'm not the boss of him. He's the boss of me, unfortunately. Be back tomorrow to party or to cry. Hey, man, that's how it works, right? I do want to say that there's a big, most people think of this as gambling. I don't think of this as gambling at all. This is, in Las Vegas, we call it advantage play. This is handicapping. There's really 3 things in Vegas that you can beat. You can beat poker, you can beat blackjack, and you can beat sports betting. And that is through advantage play, which means having one up on everybody else who's playing the game. Like blackjack, you can count cards. If you're really good at it, you won't get caught doing it. But if you do get caught, then you're gone. But you can beat that game. And poker, I mean, everybody knows about poker, right? So that's true. Everyone does love the Blackhawks. So maybe you should bet the other way. But it's just everyone in our chat. And that's kind of how we've been building our parlay or our teasers, as I'm taking y'all's information and mixing it with my information. And then we've been building our weren't they in there? North Dakota State's in there. +3. We teased them. They're in there. Soiled. Yeah, so it's not that like everyone in the world is on them. It's just everyone in our chat is. And we're all sharps, right? We're all getting sharp out there. Yeah, Wright State's a good casher. They really are. They're also like just at the top of a bad conference. They're a really good team in a bad conference. Okay, so yeah, North Dakota State, he took them early at 2, then found out Kansas City has 2 of their best players out. He 99% guarantees they win tonight. See, he didn't say it was a lock. 99%. That's a beautiful way to put that. I swear they win. I don't know how they could lose, but you always have to know in your head that they could lose, and they could especially not cover. Not covering happens. But 99%, I am sure of this. I got a great angle. They've got players out, blah, 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 blah. There it is. That's what's up. Teach you the tricks to poker. Poker's, see all the hands you can see. That's the best way to learn how to play poker is play poker. Play it cheap. Play pennies online until you get good at it. But honestly, the more hands that you see, I had a poker guru too. He actually won a gold bracelet in the World Series. And that was how he trained me, was just, you got to watch, you got to play hands and hands and hands and hands. Thoughts on Richmond? Oh, I think I'm on Richmond. A lot of other people were on the Saluki. It was St. Louis. So I don't know. We know St. Louis had COVID troubles. We know we just went against them for Dayton. But a lot of people are in the chat are saying they just hadn't played in a while, and now they've got a game under their belt, and they should be doing well. So there's that. Yeah, see, Jessica's on this Jacksonville with me. Maybe I'm crazy. But you can always just dip it into something else. When these become 5-teamers, when 4-teamers become 5-teamers, it goes from like +180 to +300. I think it pops right up. You can take anything away you don't like, put something in that you do like. This is just kind of I need to know about that. UNC Asheville lost a key player last night. That's good to know. So maybe take a peek at Withrop today. Withrop getting teased down might be a nice one. I like Richmond too, man. I really do. You could even tease them up to +7, or it'd be +5. I think they're that way. So, Colorado State on the money line, North Dakota State money line. is money if you want to take a risk. Put it at Iowa plus 2.5. I'm on it. We're on Iowa plus 8.5. We got the better number. I'm just kidding. All right. All tomorrow is money. You see them all. Good games, girly. Thank you. I don't NBA, Alexis. Anyone in the chat like the Spurs? You can toss that in. The only NBA that I really did like was the Nuggets and the Jazz, and I did free picks on them last night with the boys did free picks that I host, so that's the one. What do I feel most confident about? I kind of like the totals, to tell you the truth. The ones that I really like out of all this, I really like Wright, and I really like Iowa getting teased that way. I really like the Buffalo over. That's an 8. And I really do like Oakland. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your booty on the floor. Sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the ones with the dots: Iowa, Wright State, Buffalo over, and Oakland. Those 4 pop out to me. A lot of those other ones, North Texas and Monmouth, I just didn't look at them closer, and I don't know them as well. But I don't feel like anything's a bad play. I don't feel like any. Well, I wouldn't have written them down if I thought they were bad. And I'm also excited to kind of see what my back-to-backs do. Oh yeah, see, I thought the Richmond was canceled though. Didn't we all talk about how St. Louis was canceled now? So I thought that was happening too. All right, my mom just got here. Withrop plus 12.5. Is that with the teas? It's got no. Wait. Okay, wait. I just know these guys, and we cashed on them yesterday, so I got to take 1 second and look at what's happening here. These are one of my teams I bet often. These are 2 of my teams I bet often. So. Okay. I don't know if I have crackers. Withrop minus 12.5. That's a different situation. But you could tease that down to a minus 6.5, which I don't hate. I don't hate it at all. All right. Withrop minus 12.5. I'm just going to write it on there and think about it. Minus 6.5. Whew. Okay. Yeah, I thought you said plus 12. I was like, holy shnikes. Jessica's going to do Wright State, Buffalo, Oakland, and Jacksonville. I got to throw Jacksonville on there because if I don't bet it, I'm going to kick myself because I said so many times how much I like it. Plus 18.5. Okay, so I'll take them with Withrop. I'll throw them together with Withrop. Yeah, Richmond is postponed. I like Seton Hall tomorrow. Baylor, Creighton are money. All right, we'll talk about them tomorrow for sure. I'm going to talk about some Seton Hall. Jared says Winthrop almost lost it yesterday. Very risky pick, but UNC Asheville's got players out. Wasn't that the thing? Robert says they're 1-8 against the spread out of their last 9. Okay, so maybe they're too risky for me. I've got enough action. I think we all have enough action today. Okay, so one more time for the whiteboard. I'm going to throw it up because a few people just joined us. We'll throw it up, and then I got to go. It's been 74 freaking minutes for crying out loud. Okay, so we did 4 teasers. Teaser number 1, we're like in North Texas minus, and these are 6-point teasers. So these numbers have already been adjusted to what you're going to get when you bet them, depending on what book you use and where you're at and all that stuff. So numero uno, we like North Texas minus 1.5 or 1. That line's, it seems like it's in 2 different places. Monmouth plus the 2, Oakland plus 7, and Northern Colorado plus 1. So that's 1 4-team teaser, 6-point teaser. Our next one, we liked Wright State. And then the ones with the dots by them are our favorites. Wright State -5.5, Texas State +2, North Dakota State +3, and Iowa plus the 8.5. And we did a total teaser. It's always backwards. So Buffalo going over 154.5, Liberty going under 135.5, and Iowa going under 168. And then I'm doing experimental sports betting right now. And so I'm taking the same game on both sides in two of them because I think they'll be closer. So Detroit Mercy at Youngstown, I'm taking them both. So Detroit +7.5, Youngstown +5.5. Buffalo at Ohio, I think that's going to be very close. I'm going to go Buffalo +4, Ohio +8. And then we were kind of dicking around here. I just, as another one, if you wanted to stick it in somewhere, put it somewhere else, or throw it in the garbage, whatever you want. But I like Jacksonville against Liberty +18.5 points. So there's that. Okay. What? Wait, Monmouth -11. What's that now? Do we have our Monmouth number wrong? I feel like one of you would have yelled first. No. Okay, we don't. They're at a -4, and we tease them, they would be a +2. So that's what we were looking at. Are we sure we want Monmouth? I mean, they're Niagara. No, why would Niagara be getting 4 at home if they're 3-1 at home and Monmouth's 0-2 on the road? So something had to happen there. Okay, we'll play it. We'll stick it in. And again, you guys can feel free to mix them all up. I'll use the everyone hit the like, please. If you guys could all give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring the bell. That way you never miss it. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. It's always the same time. I just take Mondays off. That's like my one day to readjust all my paper and stuff like that. Same time, Jessica, we're going to do 1 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes I get a late start. I'll never come on after 1:30. It'll be somewhere in there, but I've really been trying to hit right on the dot at like 1:05-ish, So yeah, it's been really fun, and I'll have to ask you about that next time. Your Silky Man 412. You got them at a half a point. I don't know what you're talking about when you just say I got them. We just talked about 35 games. Thank you, Tim Bean. Yeah, hit the likes for me. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. Let's cash some more teasers. We hit 2 out of 3 of them yesterday. So let's make some money. Jared, at least you have a girlfriend, it's just me here. So at least you got someone. All right. Love you guys. Follow me at +moneyhoney on Twitter. And don't forget, keep your eyes open for the live cap. It's going to start today at 6 p.m. Eastern. Dan Kaiser and Nick Parsons. We're just talking football player props, the whole entire game. And Dan is really freaking good at them. If you've been following our shows, you've cashed money on Dan Kaiser's player props. He got the Heisman right. Yeah, we got Buffalo and Iowa. They're going on. Play the fiddle in the middle, boys. We're going to play the fiddle in the middle. I don't have a strongest pick because I'm kind of teasing them all, so all my points are off. But I did like our totals, our total teaser. Serena says, day 3 here for me and win so far. Yeah, that's what we like to see. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. And yeah, let's have a great day today. Let's do it. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay?